we have ourselves some more Cella. This is a great item. This was actually an item that was inspired by you because this is our own private brand here at QVC. That means that when you have a request, when you want something tweaked, we make it happen. Cella makes it happen. And we fell in love with the round turntables, but this is taking that idea and making it even a smarter design. This is the rectangle with rounded edges, low wall turntable. It actually has a sliding mechanism, which makes it easy when it's in your counter, or in your counters, on your counter, or in your cupboards. No reorder on this one. Really is like revolutionary. So you really get to use all the depth. It's $19.99. Over $9 off the QVC price, and you're going to make your choice of color, and the color comes in that antimicrobial liner right here. So this is your green tea. I'll show it up so you can see. Here's blue sky. Or is it sky blue? They really like to change that one on me, and I always say it wrong. This is sky blue. This is glacier gray. And then here's your redwood. And finally, we have it in the white linen. It's K90674. Jen Kovich, come back in here. Why do you guys do that to me? Is it blue sky? Is it sky blue? I always inevitably get it wrong.
You know, and I feel like we change it per item. Sometimes it is sky blue and sometimes it's blue sky. I'm so sorry about that.
I think you change it just to make me feel silly on national television, never getting it right.
We're like going to keep you on your toes.
But, all right, too funny.
You know what? Our customers, you are absolutely right. They requested this item. Here's a couple things that we heard you, we listened, and here's why you wanted a low wall turntable. First and foremost, you wanted that rectangular turntable. So here's a couple things. The low wall allows you to put those lower items in a squattier shelf area, if you will. So in our refrigerators, or think about your cabinet, how many of us have a shelf systems where we don't have 12 inches to work with. Maybe you only have 4 or 5 inches to work with. So this way you still get to utilize a turntable system, making everything in your space more accessible, but you can also put those lower items in there, the smaller, shorter bottles, and still be able to pull them out. And what I mean by that is, if you look at like the jelly that I have in front of me, this is, if this was in a high wall turntable, which most of ours are, if I have my shelf here, I'm not able to pick that up and peel it out. Whereas with the low wall turntable, look, I basically can pour it out and it comes right out. But on this turntable, it is going to stay in its place. A couple reasons why is, of course, that removable silicone liner. It has an antimicrobial agent built into it. It also is non-slip resistant. So that way, any items that you put on here will stay fresher because it doesn't have that growth of bacteria. It also will not have an odor, and it will stay in its place. Now, here's what's also important, and I know I'm kind of going like a million miles a minute, but I wanted to make sure that we checked all the boxes here, because when it comes to that squoval, if you will, that design came from the customers. Because with a round turntable, you think about you're putting it in a corner. A corner's like this. With a round, you're losing a lot of real estate. You're right. Not with this one. So all you're going to do is slide it forward to yourself, rotate it, get the item that you want, and pull it back. It is a brilliant concept.
It's really smart. And 360 degrees it turns.
Yes, exactly. And in fact, it locks itself into place unless you pull it forward. You cannot rotate it unless you pull it forward. So we've given you that safety mechanism as well. I love this item. Love, love, love this item.
Do I have to assemble this at all? Or does it come just ready to roll?
It comes ready to roll. And I do love that question, because if you look at the bottom, you might think that you have something to assemble, but you don't. Because noticing the mechanism that's on the bottom, this is how it works. We give you those thank you so much, guys. You get those 4 large non-slip feet so that when you set it down on your surface, it's going to stay in place. You can actually see those 2 strips right there, those 2 white strips that have those stainless steel ball bearings. That's what gives it that quiet, smooth, easy glide that's corrosion and rust free. So that way, even if you have this 10 years down the road, you're not going to hear any squeaking wheels. So when you set that down on your tabletop, or maybe it's in your refrigerator, because a lot of our customers use this in their refrigerator for their condiments. Maybe it's the upper cabinet where you can't see in those shelves what's up there, all those spices and whatnot. This allows you to pull it out towards you, while the frame stays in its place. Rotate, as you can see right there, she's rotating to the spice that she needs. She removes it, and then she simply pushes the turntable back into the cabinet so she can then close the cabinet and everything stays where it needs to be.
I love this so much. It is 15, just under 16 inches in its length. So if you want to pull out that tape measure and measure out your cabinets or your fridge or make space for it, 16 inches by 11 inches in its depth. And then its height is 1 3/4 inches. It supports up to 22 pounds and has that 360 degree of that swivel. So you can find all the cinnamons, because apparently I collect cinnamons. I don't mean to. I just forget that that I bought it last year because I only use it a couple times a year, but I use it and then I was like, oh, I'm out of cinnamon. No, I'm not. It's there. You have cinnamon ground. You have cinnamon sticks. You have cinnamon. Now you never have to make that mistake as well. So let me show you your colors. And as I do the little swivel, I think it's just so smart. And these are infused with that antimicrobial agent. This does go, the liner goes in the dishwasher, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so here's your green tea. Here is sky blue. Jonathan keeps on calling it blue sky in my ear too. Sky blue. Here is your glacier gray. And then redwood on QVC.com. Oh, stop it, Jonathan. And there's your redwood. And then here is your white linen, $19.99. Remember, there's no assembly for you. It's K9060, nope, let me try again. K90674, no reorder, a $4 easy pay. All right, Jen, don't go far. I know we see you again in our show. Oh, this is a really cool item.